Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give out and then glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone rule, well been a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing is edifying. And this is a image. I forgot, I think I got it off of Facebook or something. I don't know if that's a movie or what. I'm guessing it's a movie, a book or something. And I just photoshopped it. The only reason I got it because you got the Edomite boy dangling, and the woman on top of the little platform, and it's called fall. You know, fall, and it made me think about Esau and his power structure, the fall of this devil, man, our enemy, our top enemy, our arch enemy, Esau Edom. That evil twin brother um of Jacob and his nation. But you know, made me think about it. You got they climb to the top of this platform, and the ladder fell from under the little Edomite boy, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And you got the woman sitting on top of the platform, which could be a representative of America or something. Just through the spirit, just looking at it. You got they above the eagles, they above the clouds. They, way up in the heavens, in the sky. They up there, But right when Esau Edom was finna make it to the top of that pinnacle, to the top of that platform, his enterprise, the ladders broke, man. You know, he lost balance. Now he holding on for dear life, you know. But through the spirit, I got a couple precepts, because this man is finna fall, And I just wanted to, use that picture because it's spiritual in a sense. So let's go to some of these precepts. This first one in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that liveth, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. And the name of this book, movie, whatever it is called Fall, man. You know. And Lord willing, we're a part of that number. We're living to see the fall of our enemies. Because contrary to popular belief, we have enemies, and our number one enemy is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So let's grab that real quick. And then in Psalms, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Like, get this real quick, and I'm gonna just get who our number one enemy is, and we're gonna keep moving through the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahweh. This Psalms 83 and verse I read that one. It say, "Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And not the name literal Israel be no more in remembrance, but the people be cut off from the remembrance of who they are, that they are the Israelites. You know, that was what was cut off, you know because you still have a area over there called Israel. So that wasn't the name that was being cut off. It say, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. And that's the point right there. The tabernacles of Edom, that was the number one person who of thine enemies, man. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, and the Hagarenes. But the point is, the tabernacles of Edom is our number one enemy, man. So let's get into some of these precepts. I got queued up. And this the book of Luke, chapter 10 and verse 18. It reads, And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. And Satan is the so-called white man. This is not speaking about Satan being cast out of heaven and angels and 1/3 of the angels with him. No, this talking about Esau eating the so-called white man. You know, and let's prove that this talking about an actual man. In Revelation chapter 20, and the Lord can let's just get it. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 2, 1 and 2. It reads, And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the keys to the bottomless pit, which is Europe, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, going back to what? The Byzantine Empire. You know, going back to really around like 300 and something, AD. You know, to the 1300s, around the 1300s, where the Borgia family, you know, start coming back into power. That was that 1,000 years, because you know Esau fell from Rome, but they wasn't chased from among men that at that point. You know, because you still had Esau amongst people. You know, and then you had Rome still ruling the eastern. I think the eastern. You had West Rome and East Rome. Jacob's ruling east, and Edom was had the West, so to speak, and the West, the most powerful of it fell, you know, and you know Jake came up with the Holy Roman Empire and all that stuff. Esau didn't come up with it, you know. That was Jake. You know, a lot of those emperors, not Augustus and Claudius and um you know those Caesars, those first couple Caesars, they were Edomites, you know, but what's his name? What's one of the Caesar names? Julius Caesar. That was Jake. You know, Julius Caesar wasn't no fucking no Edomite. You know, and there was others, but we ain't gonna get into all that. The point being is, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan falling as lightning from heaven. We just got that. You know, Satan is going into Esau Edom. Esau is Edom. Esau Edom is Satan physical counterpart on the earth, you know. Um, and we gonna get into some more precepts, you know. So let's just keep going. It's Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. Let me pull the whole chapter up. Isaiah chapter 14, Salakia, in verse 5. Start at 5. I start at 4. It reads, I start at 4. Say that thou take up a proverb against the king of Babylon. The king of Babylon right now is Joe Biden, the president. You know, and then you know he's just a puppet. You got others who running this place really. Babylon say, how hath the oppressor ceased? How hath the golden city ceased? Verse 5 it say, the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Yeah, because Esau is on top and the Lord is breaking his power. They say, he who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. And who do these things? The so-called white man, Esau Edom. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, when he fought, when this man come down, when Esau's not in rulership no more, that's what's gonna happen. Our whole earth is gonna be at rest and quiet. they break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, since Esau fall, no filler is come up against us. Yeah, ain't no mass deforestation and shit. Esau gonna be through. Verse 9 it say, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Coming from where? Hell is the grave. And you coming from a high fall. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their it have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, from way up in the stars all the way down to the ground. That fall. And the noise of thy vows, and the worm is spread underneath thee, and the worm covereth thee. Yeah, you decaying. You through. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And Lucifer just means light bearer, you know. And Esau is Lucifer of this world. He is the light bearer of this world. And Yahushua is going to be Lucifer in the new kingdom. That's why the scripture referred to Yahushua, or who the word England called Jesus Christ, as that bright and morning star. Lucifer, you know, son of the morning. And Esau is Lucifer of this world. This is Esau world. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where then? Who is he, man? Esau covered the faces of the judges. This world belonged to him. He is, O Lucifer, son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And he weakened the nations through his, democracy, through his military, sanctions. All these things that Esau just rape, rob, murder, steal, kill, pillaging, setting up puppet leaders. He weakened the nations through that, making deals. Oh, you can't rich uranium. Oh, you can't have a nuclear missile. You know, he weakened the nations. You know, it say, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. And that's what the little boy on the picture was doing. He thought he was. Nah, I don't know what the movie about. I'm just saying that's what I got from it. I'm using it for edification, for the purpose of a video. It say, I will ascend unto heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars. And that's what they were doing. They way up in, way in the atmosphere, above the birds. And I will set my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit. I will sit upon the mount, and I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, and I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. And that's what they was above the heights of the clouds in that picture. I will be like the Most High. And that's what Esau thought, climbing up that damn thing. He thought he was going to be like the Most High, you know. I will send, Salakia, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell to the sides of the pit. Yeah, and you devils finna be brought down to hell, man. And that's what's happening. Esau is falling, he falling fast. God damn it. This Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 1. It's only one chapter in Obadiah. This Obadiah verse 1. It reads, this Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 1. Salaki about that. The vision of Obadiah that saith the Lord, the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart have deceived. deceive thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. Where they were going, they were high up in the air, man. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And that's pretty much the point. The Lord getting ready to bring these devils down. Even though they set their nest amongst the stars, they above the eagle, they above the clouds, head all in the heavens. you know, Nigga, damn it was there in the fucking ladder snap, man. You know. This the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 5. It read that the triumph. Let me see what else is on there. Okay. This Job chapter 20 and verse 4, it say, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though he though his excellency mount up to heaven, and that's that was the little boy. He was, that's Esau climbing to his excellency. It mounted up to the heaven, and his head reacheth unto the clouds. Yet shall he perish away like his own dung, which they which have seen him shall see him no more. he shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. He shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And that's what's getting ready to happen to these devils. He though his excellency mount up to the heavens, his head reach the clouds, just like the little boy climbing a ladder break from up under him. And now he holding on for dear life with one arm. The pipe slippery as hell. He can't, he too weak to pull himself up. He tired. That's the Lord, getting ready to bring the devil down. That's what that image represents. Esau, Edom, getting ready to be brought down. Fall, you know. I'm title listen. Fall or something. I probably just put fall just to, you know. I don't know. I may put something else with it. I don't know. This the book of Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. You know, the dragon represents who? Esau, Edom, his military, the militaries of the earth, the fighter jets, helicopters. And Michael the archangel fought against the dragon and his and the dragon and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was there any place found any more in heaven. In verse 9 it say, and that great dragon was cast out. That great dragon represents Esau, Edom, his power structure, all of Esau, all these fucking Edomites, man. Ultimately was cast out. That old serpent go back to the garden. The serpent in the garden was the spirit that was in the serpent in the garden was the spirit that was in Cain, and the same spirit that was in Cain was the spirit that was in Esau, Edom. That old serpent spirit. That Salakia, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out and into the earth. Yeah, because he fell. He fall. I'm playing like a little kid. He fall. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Yeah, they were cast back down to the ground, man. You know, that fall, the great fall of Esau. Fall. Um, and that's pretty much the point. I ain't gonna make it that long. Well, let me see. This ain't the one I want. There's one though, but I think it's 14 or something. Damn, which one is it? Cause this ain't it neither. Let's just search it up. I want to get that before I close out, so like it. It's in Job, but I can't remember which one. 5 and 12. This Job chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty Esau Edom, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And that's that little boy making it to the top of that pinnacle, man, the top of that thing, way up in the stars. The Lord broke the ladder on his ass, and Esau is that little boy. And the Lord disappointed the devices of that little boy of making it to the top, you know. And, the ladder broke on him. That was the only way to the top. He can't push himself up on the slippery pipe. The pipe ain't resting and got a little grip, and he can manage to pull himself up. No, he threw. It's all on the pipe. He put his foot up there and slipped straight off. You know. So that's pretty much the point through the spirit. Those precepts I got off that picture. I don't know if it's a movie or what. I think it's a movie. The cover of that movie. The fall of our enemies, man. But that's pretty much the point, Lord. When this edifying, I want to end it. Giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule well, been great example to the younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwame Yasha Allah, Abba, Abba, Shalom.